Biobank is a collection of tissue, biological material.
There are so many different specialties going on here that everything can range from gynecological samples, GI samples, GU samples, which includes the kidneys and livers, breast tissues, sarcomas from muscle tissue, bone, head and neck issues.
It's a collection that a researcher can access. So biospecimens are really important for research because they can accelerate the rate at which we can find cures and develop new therapies for people who are sick or who have chronic disease. Is I go to the physician for my yearly physical and they take some blood to find out if I have high cholesterol, but they only use a tiny fraction of that blood for the actual test. That sample sits in the clinical lab for 5 days in case they need to go back to it for another test, and after 5 days, it's discarded. Our biospecimen program allows us to collect that tube of blood after it had been used for clinical care, and it would normally be thrown away and put in the trash. So when you turn up at a University of Kentucky healthcare facility and you hand over your insurance card to sign in at the front desk, the registrar, the person who's taking your insurance details and your name and address and so on, they are also going to be the person that's going to give you the opportunity to enroll in Biobank.
First of all, we believe that if we present this properly, most people will say yes. After all, it's leftover samples. Number two, it's for a good cause. It's going to be used for research.
Researchers who use samples will never know the identity of the patient that the sample came from. They might know, for example, that it's from a woman who's 70 who used to be diabetic, but they won't know that it's from Jane Doe, and they won't know her address, social security number, anything like that. Tissue becomes much more useful when it's linked to medical data about the person. It's obviously of paramount importance that we do this research in a way that doesn't jeopardize the confidentiality of patient medical data.
There's a lot of bad disease out there. There's a lot of bad stuff that we can't always cure, we can't always fix. But this is why we do research. We ultimately want to come up with better treatments for the future. The main reason why I hope people consent to this is a certain sense of community, a certain sense of altruism.
This is just opening up a whole new range of treatment for people in the future, and I think that is so worthwhile. And I think that when people come in to register, I think they come in and they want to know that what they're going through is someday going to help somebody else. And that gives them a sense of ownership, and something good can come out of this, whatever this bad thing that's happening to them.